Okay, this is going to be part of section 11.4 notes. And I want to go over an example of the set of 52 playing cards. This is a standard deck of cards. I highly recommend that you print this out while you're working on the test and the homework. And I personally do not have a color printer. So what I did, just to remind me that diamonds are red and hearts are red, I just wrote the word red in there. Or you can have it up on your phone or in the computer, since you can use that. So I will be referring to this, but these are called suits: clubs, diamonds, hearts, and spades. Those are called the 4 suits. And then the number, what is usually the 1, is called the ace, and then 2 through 10. And then we have the J's are jacks, the Q's are queens, and the K's are kings. So I'm going to keep it handy so we can refer back to those. So let's work on these exercises. So example number 3. You are dealt 1 card from a standard 52 card deck. Find the probability of being dealt A. So we have to see what are the total number of possible outcomes. If you have 52 cards, it's 52. So the number in the sample space, that is S, is 52, because there are a total of 52 cards. Okay, 52 cards. So now the question is, what is the probability of getting a king? So the probability of getting a king will be over 52. So when we go back and look at the chart, at the set, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 that are kings. So my numerator is going to be 4. But again, usually they will ask you for either a simplified fraction or a decimal. So we can enter this in the calculator. So I'm going to enter that in the calculator. If you want to simplify by hand, you can do that also if you wish to do that. So here I will enter 4 divided by 52, and you press math, then enter twice. So it tells me that is 1 over 13. So that is the simplified fraction. So what is the probability of getting a heart? So when you look at the chart, there are 13 of each. There are 13 clubs, there are 13 diamonds, 13 hearts, 13 spades. If you count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I apologize for that. So there are 13 hearts. So that is going to be, my numerator is going to be 13. My denominator will continue to be out of 52 cards. So if we simplify this, again, you can simplify by hand. They're both divisible by 13, or you are welcome to use a calculator. Okay? So the next one, it says a picture card. So I know that in our fraction, the denominator will be 52. And you're like, oh, how many of them have pictures? So all of the ones that are jack, queens, and kings, they have pictures. Okay? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So all of these are what they're called picture cards. Okay? So they have pictures. And in this case, there are 12 of them. So this is going to be 12 out of 52. And we can enter this in the calculator. Okay, so I'm going to clear this. I will enter in the calculator 12 divided by 52. Press the math key and enter twice. And it says 3/13. So this fraction simplifies to 3/13. Okay. Then on the next one, it says the queen of spade. So again, my denominator will continue to be 52. And the queen of spade. Queen and then spade is the last one here. So it's this one right here. Queen. This is the queen of spades right here. Only one card is the queen of spades. So it's only one card out of 52. It is already in its simplest form. so we don't have to simplify that fraction anymore. So now we're going to work on example 4. A fair coin is tossed 2 times in succession. Find the probability. So I like to do the sample space. So if it is a fair coin, the first time that you flip the coin, the choices are you either get heads or tails. The second time, if you get heads the first time, the second time when you flip the coin, you also continue to have heads or tails. If the first one is tails, the second time you can either get heads or tails. So I'm using a probability tree to help me see my sample space. So it can be that you get heads the first time and heads the second time. So that's when you see head, head. You can get heads the first time and tails the second time. So head, tails. You can get tails the first time, heads the second time, or you can get them both to be tails. So those are the 4 possible outcomes. There are 4 of them. So in here it says exactly 1 tail. So the ones that have exactly 1 tail are head, tails, and tail, head. So there are 2 events. There are 2 outcomes out of the 4 possible outcomes that have at least 1 tail means that it can have 1 or 2 tails. So this one is 3. There are 3 that are at least 1 is either 1, 2, or more, but in this case it's either 1 or 2. This one has 1, but the one that is 2 I also have to use. So it's 3/4. So this is your final answer. On the next one, 2 heads. So there is only 1 outcome that is 2 heads. So that's 1 out of the 4 possible outcomes. The next one, the same outcome on each toss. So if it says the same outcome on each toss, that means that they got heads, heads, or tails, tails. So the number of outcomes that satisfy this is 2 out of the 4. So this is 1/2. Okay. So, okay, we're going to continue this section on the next video.